For all the non-Americans watching, it's finally here, guys. Rare Beauty finally went global, and I'm gonna try it out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video and going on this journey with me. Rare Beauty. It's the first time I'm trying it out, so it's my first impressions. It's my first impressions for this channel. I'm probably gonna do way more, but let's just get on into the video. I am gonna look at my notes sometimes a little bit because I do have some facts and figures for you. I'm gonna go into a quick brand history, their launches, some of the products that they have. If you're not interested in any of that, please use the timestamps below. I'm always really open about using timestamps. If you don't have the time, timestamps are quick and easy. I use them on other people's videos too. So don't feel bad by using my timestamps. For those that don't know, Rare Beauty actually started with the founder, and the founder is Selena Gomez, the beautiful Selena Gomez. It launched nearly a year ago. The launch date was September 3rd in 2020. The collection featured almost everything at the time, from primer to foundation to concealer, with a formidable shade range, I might add. Eyeliners, eyebrow pencils, lip souffles, blushes, highlighters, you name it, she had it all, and she came out with a bang. Before she launched, there was a bit of debate about celebrities and coming out with makeup lines and skincare lines, and why is Selena Gomez doing it? There was some controversy on the fact that, like, you had Kylie Jenner already, you had Rihanna, and I believe Lauren Conrad, and everybody wanted to join the beauty space. Jessica Alba, you name it. There were so many of them. So now you have Selena Gomez, and you have some beauty gurus that went, oh, it's okay, the beauty industry is large enough, the products will speak for themselves. And then of course you had some people who were saying, I'm sorry, but what is she doing in the beauty community? Get out of my space. Then when she launched, the overall reception was incredibly positive. People loved it. People loved the packaging. People loved the aesthetics. People loved the simplicity of use. They really thought about the products, for the way the products were formulated, the shade range, and the fact that she came out with such a big collection right away, right off the bat. And overall, it's been doing really well. I think it even won some awards, and good on her, really. So over the year, she came out with some eyeshadow palettes. I think everything from eyeshadow palettes to brushes to hair scrunchies even. And then she had her second big launch on January 14th, which was the Stay Vulnerable collection. It's a collection divided into 5 subtle color themes made for spring, each arriving with a melting blush, a liquid shadow, and a glossy lip balm. So it might have been a springtime collection, but I do believe that some of the shades can be used for the entire year. I got the shade family Nearly Neutral, and I did get one complexion product, which is the Always an Optimist Base Illuminate. I got the smallest size because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work with my skincare or the products that I'm using on my face already, or my skin type. But glass skin in the bottle is up my alley. That's what I want. I'm gonna start with some swatching. Let's swatch the primer first. And again, my expectation for this primer is glass skin in a bottle. I want to glow. I'm not a big foundation fan, but I am a big fan of trying to enhance my skin as good as possible. My skin isn't perfect, I know, but I have had a lot of acne in the past, and I'm quite proud of where my skin is at right now. So why not celebrate it by just kind of let it show. So let me just do a pump here. It's a weightless universal gel primer enriched with ultrafine pearls from a lit from within glow. You do see the pearlescence in the product, but it isn't very in your face. It shears out really nice, and I like that it's a gel-like texture. I have oily to combination skin. I'm currently 38 weeks pregnant. Tomorrow I'll be 39 weeks pregnant, and pregnancy does affect my skin. I get acne way more, hyperpigmentation shows up way more. So I will do a wear test for all of these products, and we'll let you know how it wore at the end of the day. Next, let's swatch the eyeshadow. The packaging is cute again. It has that very nice pink lid, the pink that I like, the pink you see on the background too. The shade is very similar to the lid. I like the packaging, I like the size, it's a good size. And it has one flat end, so you can actually like put it down without it rolling away, which I think is very smart. You open it up, the doe foot has a little dip there, so it's kind of cut. So I think you can really go into the corners. I can't wait to start wearing this. So the eyeshadow is described as a waterproof liquid to powder eyeshadow that delivers effortless blending and smooth crease resistant color. My eyelids are extremely oily, and I have very hooded eyes, one more hooded than the other one. So I'm thinking of trying this out with using an eye primer on one side and nothing on the other side, just to see how oil resistant it is. It's pigmented, but it does sheer out quite a bit. My expectation is that it's gonna be easy to blend in, and there's an ease of use to it. Next, let's swatch the blush. I'm gonna keep these swatches on and then swatch the blush next to it. Now, I've seen this packaging a billion of times on YouTube, but I'm so excited. It does really remind me of a Polly Pocket, and I used to have so many of these. It's so cute. It is cute. The dip that you see in there is actually meant for your fingers, so let's touch it and swatch it. It's very oily, and I hope I'm doing this justice. Ooh, it's faint and it does look like the eyeshadow, but I do think that the color is described a little bit different. Even though it's all nearly neutral, it is described a little bit differently. So the eyeshadow is described as a warm neutral beige, and the blush is described as a soft neutral beige. So that's the eyeshadow non-blended, that's the eyeshadow blended, and this is the blush. Next, we have the Stay Vulnerable Glossy Lip Balm. My expectation of this is that it feels like a lip balm, and it probably won't be very long wearing, but I do want it to add a little bit of color to my skin. It doesn't have to be a skin tint, but maybe add a little bit of zhuzh. I want a monochromatic look out of this. So let's see the swatch. There's a little hole in the doe foot. I don't know if you can tell. But apparently that should hold some product, so, oh wait, oh. So that looks a lot like, let me shear it out a bit. So that looks a lot like the other colors, but it's been described as a soft neutral pink. The eyeshadow has a shelf life of 6 months, the lip has a shelf life of 9 months, and the blush has a shelf life of, drum rolls please, 12 months. And the primer has a shelf life of 12 months. So let's actually get on to trying these products. All right, let's start out with the primer. I'm gonna do one big pump and see how far I'll get. It feels a little tacky, and it definitely added some glow. I love the glow primers. I love them for the entire year, not just the summer. Because even in the winter, you want to look like you're healthy and glowing. It's not pilling up, which I think is very important. All right, I'm just gonna apply some base makeup on my face and maybe apply some eyebrow products on my face, and then get back to you for the eyeshadow portion. So after the primer, I went in with a bit of concealer and a little bit of powder and an eyebrow mascara, eyebrow gel, browcara, whatever you want to call it. I did get some texture around my nose and on top of my lips, so I'm not sure if that's the primer. And it was kind of flaky texture. I don't really like that. I don't like it when something accentuates my pores. So I'm watching out for that. So let's start with the eyeshadow, the liquid shadow. I went in with a primer on one eye and I didn't go in with a primer on the other eye. I am gonna zoom you guys in. So I've seen a few YouTubers apply this eyeshadow. One went in with the doe foot straight onto the lid and then blended it out. Another one put a little bit on her hand first, then swished it around with a fluffy brush, then went in and softly moved it around. And Hung Van Go, which is the celebrity makeup artist that Selena Gomez uses, he actually went in with a brush on the doe foot and then slowly moved it around, which I think is a technique that I'm going to be using because, you know, why not learn from the master. Let's get some from the product. Let's really coat that And let's go into the eye that has eye primer. I'm starting at the outer corner because that's where I want the most pigment anyway. And then slowly blending it out. That is way more pigmented than I thought. And I was hoping by doing this application that I wouldn't get as much pigment as I'm seeing right now. I might have to go in with a clean brush, but let's just see how far up I can go because I have hooded lids. You see, if I do open my eyes, you don't see a lot of the product that's on my lid itself. So maybe if I can blend it up high, it blends out a little bit. No, I'm going in with a clean brush. A more fluffy, clean blending brush. There you go. This is the M573 by Morphe. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying the shape that I created with this product. But it does cover up my veins a little bit. It's a little patchy, isn't it? A little bit. Should I go in with more? I'm going in with a little bit more. Why? I don't know. Because the shade is already intense. Maybe I just coated it a little bit too much. Is it a little patchy? No, I think well, a little bit, but I think it does work. Right? Sometimes with makeup, it's also kind of like just go on, like even if you're kind of like, I'm not sure anymore. Sometimes you just need to push on through and put on the full face and then it kind of comes together. And makeup is really like that sometimes. Let's apply this product on the other eye. And maybe I should just do a different technique. I don't know. I'm just gonna go in. I actually like that application better. I should have just done it this way. I'm so stupid. That went on much faster. And it looks much better. I'm a dumbass. All right, let's try to even it out by adding a little bit extra on the lid. Because I'm not gonna take this one off. So I went way lower down here just because I had so much product. I'm gonna clean that up a bit with concealer and then move on to the blush. All right, so this is where we're at. It took me a while to finesse the shades a little bit. I cannot get my eyes to be equal. I'm sorry, I can't get my eyes to be equal. This is the best it's gonna get. I added a little bit of liner, just a gel liner, and my mascara. And I added a little bit of inner corner highlight and the highlight, same highlight on the brow bone. I don't know about the color, I don't know about the application. I think that I should play with this product a little bit more often to really figure out if this is something for me. I do think it looks much better now that I have my liner and my mascara on. I don't know, guys. So let's just move on to the rest of my face. I'm gonna do the blush next. They say it's best applied with a finger, so. All right. I'm over blushing a little bit because they say that the product really shears out quite a bit. I'm gonna go in with a brush, just a bullet brush that I just used for my concealer, and blend it into my face. Oh. It's dewy, doesn't really feel tacky. I'm gonna put some on my nose because, you know, tie it all together. It does shear out quite a bit indeed, but so far so good. It was an easier application than the eyeshadow. And they do look like they're from a cohesive family. Next, let's add some lip balm. Well, that's a nice formula. It looks good on camera. All right, so this is my face all complete. So my initial response to these products, the blush performed like I thought it was gonna perform. I knew it was gonna be sheer. I'm hoping that my face is not gonna eat the blush away and that by the end of the day I still look like I'm a little flushed. I'm a little afraid of the primer because I did have some dry patches acting up and I usually don't have that. I use the same concealer and the same powder every single time, so it's not the powder and not the concealer that I'm using, but it's definitely something else, and the only new thing that I'm using is the primer, so I don't want it to accentuate my dry patches. One more time, I have combination to oily skin, so the combination part, the dryness is definitely around my nose area. The oily part is definitely my lids and my cheeks, which is why I'm also afraid of the blush maybe getting eaten away. The lips, it feels nice. It's hydrating. I don't think it's going to be long lasting. Lip balms never are. But it's not sticky. It feels like an oil more than anything. It doesn't really feel like a balm. And it did add a little bit of color to my face. It's nearly neutral. I really feel like it's my lip color. And I might like it even more with my lips lined with with Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury, or my other favorite, which I think is discontinued, but it's called Natural Lips by Laura Mercier. Look how small it is. And normally I would probably add a lip liner, but for the sake of this wear test, I'm not gonna do that. The eyeshadow was harder to work with, so that's the only thing that I'm kind of on the fence about. It was harder to work with than I wanted to admit. I really wanted to like it from the get-go. But using it straight off the bullet onto my eye, that was much easier for me. So maybe that's just the application method that I should have used. I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't know why I was trying to be all cool or, I don't know, beauty guru-ish. Or maybe it's the eyeshadow primer. Maybe the eyeshadow primer is not compatible with the eyeshadow that I'm using, because I only use eyeshadow primer on one eye, so food for thought. Let me just see how it wears and see if this eye breaks down earlier or breaks down at all. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I will do a wear test. It's currently 1:40 in the afternoon. And I think I'll do a wear test in about 7 hours. Okay guys, so I'm back. It's currently 5 to 8. So this makeup has been on for a little bit over 7 hours. Don't mind the hair. The hair just wants to do what it wants to do. Maybe I should zoom in on closer. I had to reapply the lips once, and I did add a little bit of lip liner just to define the lips a little bit with the Laura Mercier neutral lips or natural lips or whatever. I feel that there's still product on the lips and it's quite hydrating. So I actually really like the lip product. It's a good product. No lip balm will stay on your lips for the entire day, I think. Then comes the blush. There is a tiny bit of blush left on my cheeks and it looks really natural. Most of the reviews that I heard also said that the blush faded a lot, but it doesn't fade away. I like the blush. I like the blush, I like the lips. I'm most interested in the eyes. So again, on this eye, I put on eye primer and I didn't put an eye primer on this eye, and I have extremely oily lids. So it usually eats away the product. And I think that they both held up fine. For 7 hours, they both didn't crease. And it's a real big surprise to me because honestly, nearly all eyeshadow type of products crease on me. My lids eat away product, eat it away. It looks good. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more first impressions. I want to focus on cruelty-free brands, and I would love to try more of this brand. I truly am impressed. I'm excited to see what else Selena Gomez and the brand will come out with next. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I'm a tiny YouTuber. So if you do subscribe to my channel, it will make my day, my month, my year most likely. So please subscribe to my channel. Like it if you like the video. Comment if you have either criticism or if you just liked something and you want to share it with me. I'll comment back no matter what. Again, I'm a tiny channel, I can do that. What else do I want to say? I don't know. This is it, guys. I like it. Nothing more to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.